it looks like we've got a single glove on a grave. If we get a Michael Jackson unit, I'm not gonna make any tasteless jokes or baseless accusations, but I'm also not gonna leave him alone with the hobbits. Just saying, that's not what I expected. What? Oh! The Dark Peasant is back and he's feeling slappy. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. And for today's episode, we're gonna continue exploring the Legacy update. Like some of you guys might remember, I found all of these weird and overpowered units last episode, but according to you guys, there are even stranger and stronger units out there yet to be found. So I'm not really sure what to expect anymore. I did notice when making the thumbnail for last episode that there's some kind of tree trimmer leaned up against the Church of the Wobbly Horse, and I'm not really sure why. Like, I really doubt that they would add some kind of battle arborist or a gardener warrior to the game, but that would definitely classify as weird. Oh, it's a pike. So is a sarissa a really long spear or a really short pike? Because one way or another, it's definitely not this. Sweet Jesus, that's a big difference. We're gonna test as to whether or not size matters, but one way or another, that's gotta be embarrassing. You know, like, I could just test the pikemen out like I would any other unit, but I really wanna see if they serve some kind of unique purpose in this game, because we've had sarissas for a really long time, and I've been saying ever since the dawn of the Wobbly Horse that the counter to cavalry has always been a pointy stick. You just aim the sharp end at the fast-moving animal and they shish kebab themselves. It's always been the rock to horses' scissors, except for in tabs. For whatever reason, that's not how things work around here. I'll show you what I mean. If we have 20 sarissas and we have them face off against a couple of cavalry, I would be surprised if we lose a single mount. 1 out of the 3. Sometimes they get a little lucky, but usually they end up getting treated like bowling pins. Doesn't go particularly well. You see, if this was real life, they would have been eating horse meat by sundown. Now, if we replace those sarissas with pikemen, what's gonna be the difference? I mean, it's not a completely fair comparison. The pikemen cost 300, the sarissa only cost 120. So you're paying for that extra spear, but I think you're gonna end up wanting it. There's gotta be some kind of difference. Holy crap! They just one-shotted all the horses! They bounced off the front of those spears like they were a bunch of hoofed racquetballs. Funny thing about Tab's cavalry, it is not exclusive to horses. So how about we try raptor riders? Again, it's not a perfectly fair fight, but I'm really interested in seeing what happens if a squirmy, quick little unit gets within arm's reach. What is the pikeman gonna do? They're just gonna be whipping around their shaft, trying to touch him with the tip. Get your mind out of the gutter, okay? I'm just saying, it seems like a gigantic weakness that we are not gonna be able to easily exploit. Oh, they'll actually drop the pikes and start swinging for the fences if they have to. Well, good for them, but I don't think you're gonna be able to slap someone who is strong enough to tame a dinosaur. There's always that one unit that screws up the formation. Fred, will you get your head out of your ass? We're trying to do something cool here. I want to see how a really big unit reacts to being surrounded by these things. It seems like they bounce off the tips of the pikes. There's still no impaling, but if they bounce in all directions at once, that sounds like a recipe for breaking the game. Let's find out, shall we? Oh. No, they're just really strong and murdered it. I'm surprisingly impressed by the pikemen so far. Like, they're really strong. Right now, they're outvalued by 6,000, and yet they should one-shot each of these giants, right? Because, oh, I didn't carry the one. It wasn't that they were gonna one-shot, it's that I was supposed to carry it over and then divide by the, whoops. Now they get turned into pikeman jam, or pikeman jelly? What's the difference between pikeman jam and pikeman jelly? I guess in all reality, the cavalry didn't have a pike jellied into their horse. Some of you guys pointed out in the comments of last episode that I missed this one, and in my defense, it's really easy to overlook some of this stuff. It just kind of blends in. But how could I forget the complete and total disaster that was the barrel roller? Otherwise known as the kamikaze keg. It's definitely been a hot minute since we've seen these guys in tabs, and a lot has changed in the game since then, so I'm not really sure how big a boom they pack. I don't want to use too many of them here. I want to kind of get it refined, because I only just got this fresh shipment of test dummies from the Shire. We gotta make them count, so let's see how much of a punch you actually pack. Oh! Okay then. That was a lot more dramatic than I remember. Hold up a minute, they only cost $350. So like, if this was even close to being a fair fight value-wise, how big is that boom gonna be? I'm almost afraid to ask, because I feel like it's just gonna go by so fast that no one's gonna know. I mean, it says that we beat the red team, but in all reality, I feel like we all won. Well, we've definitely had a good time demolishing cavalry already this episode, so why have the fun stop now? Except this time, I'm not gonna let them charge at me. We're gonna have our new banner bearers hold them in place because I've never seen that before. And I also want a single peasant back here to light the fuse. It should make it easier to determine who is the winner, because, you know, barrel rollers aren't exactly out for victory. They're out for blood. A whole lot of blood. So let's see. Oh, it is weird seeing them in place. Oh! They still charge. I think they regret it. Come to think of it, this is a pretty good opportunity to test one of the new units that we got last episode as well. If we have a bunch of archers versus a bunch of barrel rollers, I'm pretty sure an arrow is gonna set off the bombs and then we kinda lose. You could go home, fuse bearer. This was definitely not your fight. Now, if we keep everything else the same, but we add in flag bearers so that they roll even faster, would they be able to close the distance, or are they still gonna pop? No, the archers missed! That's a really dramatic difference, so they do serve a purpose. That's what I like to see. It looks like we've got a single glove on a grave. If we get a Michael Jackson unit, I'm not gonna make any tasteless jokes or baseless accusations, but I'm also not gonna leave him alone with the hobbits. Just saying, that's not what I expected. What? Oh! The Dark Peasant is back and he's feeling slappy. I don't know about you guys, but I would have never thought that a hobo with a bowl cut could be that terrifying. Like, he's on screen and a couple of feet away from me, but it feels like he's reaching out to grab my no-no square. And he's making my game go bananas because apparently he costs infinity. So I'm not really sure what I should have him face off against. Or what I should sacrifice to him, more like it. The phalanx is strong. You guys got this. I'm sure you'll persevere the fingers of death. Oh, okay. So he is slappy, and I'm sorry, what? He just did a lot of things. He was grabbing them by the face, picking them up, slamming them in the ground, exploding them, tossing them around. Can we see that in slow motion? So the hands reach out and then grab somebody by the mouth, picking them up off the ground. Okay, so far so good, not too bad. You could survive that fall. Then come the tentacles. Okay, yeah, the darkness explosions are a bit more of a problem. You know, usually the fingers in the mouth come before the tentacles, not after, but sure. Yeah, really did not want him to be tossing around anime girl treatments, but sure. Yeah, that seems totally fair and balanced, and that guy just exploded into a puff of smoke. Is anything gonna be able to kill this? That's what I wanna find out now. Like, screw just sacrificing units to it. I wanna see what happens if I actually hurt it. There was a time where the only thing that could take down the Dark Peasant was the ballista. It was the God Killer. So let's see if God has gotten any stronger. You guys should be able to get a couple of shots off, hopefully. Oh, what? He was just like, nope, talk to the hand. You guys can go shove it. No way. Fire again, fire. That is ridiculous. So there's just no hurting this guy. Ranged units aren't gonna be able to hit him, and I really doubt we could just send wave after wave of melee units. The game would crash before you get anything accomplished. He could just sit there and take his sweet time launching whatever he wants. There's no way. I wonder if we could overbear the hands. Like, maybe he can stop ballista bolts because there's only a few of them and they're really big, but if we just, like, completely blot out the sky with arrows, would that be any better? Well, we're not just gonna use regular arrows, we're gonna use exploding arrows. That way, if the hands do manage to catch all of them somehow, then hopefully the explosion should still be able to hurt him, because he's only got a little tiny ball of hands, so that should be within explosion range. I think this is a pretty good plan. This might actually work. At the very least, we're gonna piss him off a little bit. Fire the rocket! Oh, yes? Oh, what? He actually did catch them all! And most of them were so far away that the explosion wouldn't have mattered if we got one. So you guys don't even get the explosions. The arrows just get like pulled into some kind of nether void. What is happening to the music right now? he completely breaks the game. Okay. Well, there's no argument anymore. That is, hands down, the strongest unit in the game. There's no two ways about it. I mean, maybe when the mods are open back up, we could have him face off against One Punch Man. That would be interesting, but for now, there's no way to even hurt this thing. I refuse to believe that he has infinite hands. There has to be an upper limit to how many arrows he can stop, so maybe if we just use all the arrows, we'll have some kind of result. At the very least, it's gonna be interesting to watch. Let's see you catch all these, smart guy. In all reality, I'd be surprised if the Watcher managed to hit you and not each other, but they've gotta fire eventually. Oh, my poor game. That is so many arrows. Come on, work. Work, get there. The hands are coming out, but he can't stop them all. Maybe. Possibly. What the hell? Can he stop them all? How is this possible? I can barely simulate this many arrows, nonetheless catch them. Did anything hit him? Anything at all? I don't even have control over the camera anymore. We're just looking at arrows in hands and hoping that something changes. There's something going on in here. Hold on, we're gonna go back to full speed. This is full speed now. Riveting, I know. Nothing hit him. Nothing matters. They threw some of the arrows back. I can't believe that. So, I mean, there can't be an even bigger upper limit because my computer's gonna explode. For curiosity's sake, let's say we actually do rush him with a bunch of giant units. Maybe he can't actually pick them up with the hands? Oh, he can toss them around, but he can't pick them up and make them explode. Oh, he's got another attack if melee units manage to get close. He just kind of sucks in and then poof, and everything goes kaboom. Is that what I'm seeing right now? Are you gonna give us another one of those? Okay. So he's got the boom for melee, the talk to the hand for ranged, and nothing is really getting accomplished as far as I can tell. Did we do any damage to you there? Oh, I think I see a sliver of health missing. Well, if that's the case, we made him bleed, and if he can bleed, then we can kill him. See, now you've gone and made me desperate, Tabs, and I can tell you don't appreciate it when I'm desperate because things start to break. Like, technically, the Dark Peasant doesn't cost infinite. He costs one shy of 10 million, and the game can only count to 1 million, I think. It's practically infinite when you're counting by units that only cost 100, but when you're counting by units that cost 100,000, not so much. This should be a fair fight. We have 100 units that cost 100,000 versus 1 unit that cost 10 million. So let's see if they can actually land a blow. All I want to do is hurt him. I don't even care if we kill him. Just make him feel pain. Oh, okay. They survived the explosion. I'm hearing punches. That's a good thing. I don't think those hands are fast enough to stop these fists. Come on, guys, get the mitts up. You could do this. I will check his health, but I don't want to spoil it if we're actually going to be able to kill him. Oh, that's a lot of dead super boxers. And a lot of glowing gloves scattered all over the place. I didn't even think we could kill the super boxer. I gotta check, how are we doing? Oh my god! Look at the damage! This is gonna be my last attempt. I can't keep doing this all day, but it just dawned on me that he might not be able to block lightning. And if lightning can hit, it might do a lot of damage. I'm not really sure, so we're gonna have 100 Thors join 100 Super Boxers, and this is just absurd now. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to simulate this, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna have to toss it into slow motion and watch all this lightning strike at once. You'd feel bad for that one Super Boxer that got hit. Holy crap, did we just leave a crater? Well, you hit him, I think. Where did he go? I don't think we killed him, otherwise we would have won. Seriously, where? Oh, is he over here? We hit him so hard we launched him out of the circle. No, that's not him. Is that him? What happened? Oh, there he is. Okay, he's back. Well, let's charge up and hit him again. That was great. It's about as effective as I could have hoped for. Come on, Thor, you got this. Just hit him with the big boom. That was blinding. No, don't get in there and try to whack him with the hammer. That's a mistake and a half. No, it's pretty, but it's definitely a mistake. Gotta hit him with that lightning. There we go. Okay, that has to have done something. Come on, check. I give up. Okay, I can admit when I've been bested, we don't need to sit here for hours watching like the entire Tabs Pantheon tickle this guy from a distance. Whether it's a hand or a barrel or a tree trimmer, I can at least guess what I'm looking at. But right now, I have no idea what this is. It's just a weird red clump, and it's clearly a thing because it's just out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, they were boxing gloves on top of one another. So we got the regular boxer. Super Boxer is gonna have a whole lot of fun with you guys. Can someone explain to me why the regular boxers suddenly cost $450? Like, am I missing something? I could have swore they used to be just a step above the Peasant. They were one of the cheapest and most useless units in the game. They're definitely gonna be useless here, like Krillin level of useless against our Goku. But we'll give him a fighting chance. So I'm gonna have it so that we have 100 versus 1. And even if they're only half the value, one of them might land a lucky punch. I doubt it. I get the feeling instead they're gonna have their gloves ripped off. Hopefully those are gloves and not hands. Oh. Wait, they actually won! I mean, like, dogpiling isn't a typical boxing strategy, but neither's dismemberment. Like, just to put this into perspective, a boxer now costs 50 more than a chieftain. Except the chieftain is a full foot taller and armed with rocks tied to sticks and bone armor instead of shorts and padded gloves. I feel like I'm missing something here. Nope, not missing anything. They might just be overpriced. How about we have you 1v1 the monk? Like, again, he only costs $250, so he's about half the price, but he's got steel armor and a really cool hat, and also silk shorts. So he's got everything you have and more. Oh yeah, and a weapon. You might want to watch out for the weapon. Should I give him a count? Like, if he goes down, should I be the ref here? Come on, just... Oh. Okay. So he can catch a unit on the chin and knock him out. All right, place your bets right now. Red team or blue team. You don't need to leave a comment, just keep it in your mind. But if your side loses, you gotta leave a like on the video. That's the deal. That way, technically everyone wins. Especially me, because it means I get to play more tabs. I don't know if that was a clean win. I think blue might have kicked him, but we're gonna give it to blue. You know what, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, guys. I still haven't found all of the legacy units, but I've just kind of run out of places to look, so leave some hints. I mean, I definitely want to return to play with these units more. I only gave them a basic test, and like, this guy is incredibly interesting, so I think mixing the legacy update with mods and seeing if we can actually take down the Dark Peasant would be a really cool video. If you guys want to see that, as always, be sure to like this video, let me know, and I'll return to get Dark slapped again soon. But thanks so much for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.